The palace rejects Davao City Mayor Sebastian Duterte's claim that President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. had no sense of gratitude following the arrest of former President Rodrigo Duterte. According to Presidential Communications Undersecretary Claire Castro, having a debt of gratitude should not stop the government from enforcing and keeping its commitments to laws. The younger Duterte on Sunday, March 16, cursed President Marcos for the arrest and detention of his father, who is now facing trial before the International Criminal Court for alleged crimes against humanity related to his administration's war on illegal drugs that left thousands dead. Baste reminded President Marcos that it was his father who allowed the burial of the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos Sr. at the libingan ng mga bayani. But Castro says that Marcos already thanked Duterte back in 2016 when the former noted the latter's efforts in allowing his father to be buried at the Cemetery of the Heroes.
Ngayon, hindi po dapat mahinto ng utang na loob ang pagpapatupad ng batas. Hindi po dapat traidorin, katulad ng aking sinabi, ang pagpapatupad ng batas, ang pagpapatupad ng commitment with the Interpol. Hindi po dapat na dahil lang kaibigan o dahil naging kasama, hindi na po tutuparin ang batas at tatraidorin na po ang konstitusyon dahil lamang sa utang na loob.
Meanwhile, Castro turns the tables on the Davao mayor as she questions if utang na loob was the reason his father appointed Chinese businessman Michael Yang as his economic advisor.
Dahil ba sa sinasabi ito ni Mayor Baste Duterte ng tanong ng utang na loob, ito po ba yung ginamit kaya ng dating Pangulong Duterte nung i-appoint niya ang isang Chinese national na si Michael Yang bilang kanyang economic advisor? Hindi po ba ito pagtataksil dahil isang Chinese national ang in-appoint bilang economic advisor?
Castro is referring to Yang's stint as Duterte's economic advisor during his administration in 2018. Apart from the controversy caused by Yang's nationality, the businessman was also linked to the Pharmaly scandal in 2021. Pharmaly is the pharmaceutical corporation that was investigated by the Senate over alleged irregularities in government deals worth billions of pesos for COVID-19 response supplies despite having a paid-up capital of only 625,000 pesos. Senate President Francis Escudero says Senator Ronald Bato Dela Rosa could take sanctuary in the upper chamber in case an arrest warrant is issued by the International Criminal Court. According to Escudero, it is up to Dela Rosa to come to the Senate and seek refuge at least until the latter gets and clarifies what the court's decision will be regarding his right to avail of his judicial remedies. Escudero says he wouldn't allow an arrest to happen within the upper chamber even if Congress is not in session. He explains that it has been the practice observed by the previous Senate chiefs and the tradition in line with the Senate's rules. Dela Rosa earlier said that he plans to make a demand to Escudero and ask if the chamber's chief could allow him to seek refuge in the Senate and refrain from handing him to the ICC as long as he can. Being Duterte's former top cop, Dela Rosa was the first who issued Command Memorandum Circular No. 16/2016 when he assumed the power as Philippine National Police Chief. The memo was the basis for Project Double Barrel that started Duterte's war on drugs. This particular role landed him on the roster of Duterte administration officials who were accused of crimes against humanity by drug war victims' families before the ICC. One of the privileges that a member of Congress enjoys is the privilege from arrest. Section 11, Article 6 of the Constitution specifically states that a senator or a member of the House of Representatives shall, in all offenses punishable by not more than 6 years imprisonment, be privileged from arrest while the Congress is in session. As stated in the Senate website, this privilege is intended to ensure representation of the constituents by the members of Congress. The Philippine National Police reiterates its commitment to assist the International Criminal Police Organization after Senate President Francis Escudero allowed Senator Ronald Dela Rosa to take sanctuary in the Senate should the International Criminal Court issue an arrest warrant for him. On Monday, March 17, PNP Public Information Office Chief Colonel Randolph Tuanyo echoes the pronouncements of spokesperson Brigadier General Jean Fajardo that the PNP is ready to help Interpol in implementing ICC's arrest warrants for other people involved in the Duterte administration's drug war. Dela Rosa was one of the national police chiefs during the administration of former President Rodrigo Duterte. It was Dela Rosa who issued Command Memorandum Circular No. 16/2016, which served as the basis for Project Double Barrel, which started Duterte's war on drugs. Based on reports, the war on drugs left at least 6,000 people dead. However, human rights groups reported that the number may have reached 20,000. Last March 11, Duterte was served an arrest warrant from the ICC over crimes against humanity allegedly committed during his administration's drug war. Presidential Communications Office Undersecretary Claire Castro says it might be better for Duterte supporters to also call for the return of former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque and not just the former president. In a press conference, Castro was asked how the government views Roque's appearance in the Netherlands in support of former President Rodrigo Duterte, who is currently in the custody of the International Criminal Court. The palace official responds,
I cannot speak in behalf of the Quadcom. In behalf of the House of Representatives because it's the arrest warrant ng House ang hindi napapatupad dahil sa pagtatago ni Atty. Harry Roque. Pero mas maganda po siguro na i-challenge po talaga natin siya na siya po yung umuwi kasi 'di ba bring home FP Duterte. So siguro mas magandang isigaw po rin ng mga tao, bring home Roque.
Prior to this appearance, Roque has been in hiding amid an arrest order from the House of Representatives Quad Committee after being cited for contempt and ordered to be detained due to his failure to submit documents that would supposedly justify his sudden increased wealth. Roque is also facing human trafficking complaints before the Department of Justice due to his alleged active participation in the operations of the scam hub Lucky South 99 in Porac, Pampanga. Former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque will file a formal application to seek asylum in the Netherlands. Roque, one of the legal counsels of former President Rodrigo Duterte, who is being detained in The Hague, says that once his asylum application is received, he will have the right to non-deportation until the investigation into whether he is entitled to such is done. Apart from this, he will be granted non-prosecution for illegal entry into the Netherlands, but he maintains that he entered the country illegally. An asylum seeker is defined as someone who is seeking international protection. Roque is implicated in the qualified human trafficking case against Cassandra Lee Ong and several others concerning the alleged illegal activities of the Pogo Hub Lucky South 99 Corporation. He has a standing arrest order from the House of Representatives after being cited for contempt and ordered detained due to his failure to submit documents that would justify the alleged sudden increase in his wealth. The Bureau of Immigration earlier said he likely left the country through illegal means.